Hello, everyone, and welcome to Up Supercast, the only podcast available for a limited time. I think we used that one already, but it's relevant again. Hi, I'm your host, Muzzy. Joining me today is Brandon.
This podcast will only be available for 15 seconds, and then we'll delete it off the internet.
And Ills.
You can call me Beijing Barry.
Okay, so, how you guys doing? It's light news week, not gonna lie. You know, this is gonna be a loosey-goosey podcast, just the three of us. How are you feeling?
The three of us. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
I don't have feelings.
You got next gen right on the horizon.
Next gen's right on the horizon. Also, big world events are on the horizon. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But
Well, you can maybe look forward to it.
well, I hopefully things turn out good. Who knows? You never know, though. You never know.
Cool. How's Ills doing?
Huh?
Ills, how are you doing?
Who cares?
I care. That's why I asked.
Let's move on.
Well then, let's move on, shall we? So the big news this week: Nintendo tweeted out Thursday morning, little trailer. Some kids playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. What do they see? They see Marth and Roy. Where are these guys from? Well, for the first time ever, Nintendo is localizing the first Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon,
and the sort of
Blade of Light.
Blade of Light. Yeah.
Yep, and the Blade of Light. And, you may be wondering, we already got Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. That was a remake. That was actually a fairly different game from the original. Not fair. It was, there are some key differences, including the script. The script is actually pretty different. And so this is a different game. We're getting the first Fire Emblem game for the first time in the United States and Europe. It's in English for the first time. It's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Before I get into details, I guess.
Why aren't they putting it on NES Online?
That's a good question. So this is available for $6. Seems like it has a lot more features than your usual ROM dump, to be fair. So not only are they localized, I think number one, because they're localizing it, I guess they just want to get something back for that, right? But they have added new features. There's now a rewind feature, so you can rewind turns. You could fast forward, so you can make because NES games, turn-based NES games take a little longer. So you can fast forward through the battles. There's save states. So they've made this game a lot more accessible than it used to be.
They made it casual.
They made it casual.
I like the fast forward thing. Everything else can fuck off.
Yeah, rewind and save states are already on Nintendo Switch Online, right?
Yeah.
Those are already established features, and so touting that, Fire Emblem's in it. You could just dump this on Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
But here we are, $6. I do think doing a whole new localization of a game is probably deserving of its own release.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess they want to pay the people who did it.
It's not cheap to localize the game, right?
Sure.
And so I imagine. So
pay them with the money that we pay into fucking Nintendo Online. And what the fuck?
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's for the servers.
I get why people would want this on NSO. I definitely do as well. But
I get that.
The weird thing about this release, much like Mario 3D All-Stars, this is only going to be available for a limited time. So you have until March 31st. After March 31st, they're taking this off the eShop.
March.
That's the same day that 3D All-Stars and Mario 35 are ending. Is Nintendo going out of business on March 31st?
Is there a Mayan prophecy that the world is going to end that they really bought into?
I don't know what's going on. It's so weird, right? It's just
wholesale.
So weird.
Yeah, so they're wholesale right now. They're just trying to get rid of everything,
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I expect some world-ending event on March 31st. I guess.
I always do.
What's cool about this though? Yes, it's available on the eShop for $6, but also I should mention the release date. It's coming December 4th, so not too long from now, 6 weeks more or less. But in addition to the eShop release, they're doing a physical collector's edition. You do get a digital code. Unfortunately, you don't get a cart. But so it's $50. You get a physical NES box. So what it would look like if it actually came out 30 years back in America. You get a replica NES game pack art piece. And it comes with a little protective sleeve. There's a 222-page deluxe hardbound art book. So, go through all the art of this first game. 222 pages, that's pretty beefy.
So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't know that much artwork existed for this game.
Right? Especially for an NES game, that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, like I would expect that if it was like a Fire Emblem retrospective like art book, but like just for this one game.
Just for this one game, yeah.
I have an Awakening art book. I don't know how many pages it is, but it's probably the same amount.
Probably
I have
around
what's the other 3DS one? The one that was a remake. I have that art book.
Oh, the Shadows of Valentia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So art book, super cool, especially something for this old, right? I think that is legit.
The art's very 80s.
80s anime, yeah. Like you could, Fire Emblem's always been anime, but it's reflective of the anime of the time, right?
It is, yeah, really.
And this is so 80s anime, and so a lot of people are very nostalgic for 80s anime. So I think that
sure,
that's very cool,
Mm-hmm.
It also comes with a couple other things. It has a NES style instruction manual, so you get a real instruction manual. Not we don't get instruction manuals anymore, so super cool.
Yeah, back in my day, we got instructions to purchase a video game.
And there's a fold-out world map and a mini Nintendo Power retro collectible.
I like that. It looks like the posters that they used to have in the magazines.
Yeah, I mean, so the general theme of this, I guess, collector's edition is it's like a release in 1990, right? It's
Right.
very much like trying to harken back to the NES days. This is super cool. I mean, I'm a little shocked that they're doing this. I don't know why they're bothering, to be real with you. Like, we got Shadow Dragon, the remake,
Yeah.
So this just seems a little puzzling to me. It's
Right.
cool.
There's other NES games that never got released in America, right?
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, and I guess if you want to transition into
Wait.
Yeah.
I
want to mention something else.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just going to say, maybe this means that Nintendo finally believes that Fire Emblem has made it as a big franchise.
Yeah.
True.
Actually celebrating it.
I mean, yeah, I should say this is for the anniversary in particular, right? So I guess it does make sense that it is this game, I guess.
It's from the first one, the one that started it all. So
it's the 30th anniversary of this game and of the franchise. And yeah, I guess, Nintendo clearly sees that Fire Emblem is a big thing for them. And so, they're willing to celebrate it in this way to localize the first game. That's, I think you're right. It is absolutely a sign that Fire Emblem is just here to stay, I guess.
We made it. We're here.
We made it. It went from almost not being localized. Awakening was going to be the last game in the franchise.
Yeah.
And now we're
really
backporting the original games. That's crazy. Crazy where we're at.
You love to see that because there's some franchises who weren't that lucky and they might be dead forever, Chibi-Robo.
They didn't even fucking localize the sequel to Shadow Dragon, which is
fascinating. Yeah, I kind of wish that they had localized the Super Nintendo game instead. I get why this is the anniversary, right? So they're going to do the first game. That makes sense.
First game, yeah.
But the Super Nintendo game is a remake of this game. So this game actually got remade twice, funnily. And a sequel packaged in one. And I think it would have been cool to finally get that sequel story of Mart's in English for the first time. Maybe if this does super well, maybe that's on the cards too, right?
Maybe.
Who knows? I
wouldn't hold my breath.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath. Yeah, but
I want to mention the trailer for this with the kids, like you said earlier, like playing Melee.
Yeah.
That was a weird trailer.
It was weird. I saw a lot of positive reception for it though.
it was just weird. It felt kind of goofy. Like, you don't know Marth from Fire Emblem?
Yeah, it was super cheesy, super on the nose, you know?
Yeah.
But it was cute.
Yeah, I mean, that's how most of us reacted when we first, found out about, Marth and Roy. We were just like, what the hell is this? Because at the time, it was like before, the internet was a thing, obviously, but it was before everybody knew everything about Nintendo's history at that point. And like seeing those characters, you were just like, what? Like, Super Smash Brothers really became, like, an encyclopedia. And it still is, to this day, of, like, Nintendo history, which is really cool.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, and especially back then, yeah, like you said, like, the internet wasn't as readily available as it is now. Information wasn't at our fingertips. Now a character... It's just like, what?
I was going to say Marth and Roy in Smash, maybe by FE7 when it came out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the breakout point for Fire Emblem, right? It was Marth and Roy being in Melee. It really got people interested in the franchise.
One of the breakout points. It's had
yeah. I mean, Fire Emblem has had many breakout points, I guess. Obviously, Awakening is the big one, right? But the reason it even started to come in English, right, is because of Marth and Roy being in Melee. I think it's funny because like something like that just could not happen anymore, right? Like Nintendo could pull out the most random bullshit obscure character in Smash Brothers, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, I know who he is. I expected that." You know what I mean? Like it's just like now every character on Earth has been like predicted by someone at this point.
Yeah, put under a microscope.
They've all been analyzed. So it's like, I don't know if they could replicate something like that ever again.
I hope Sakurai is listening right now so he can just blow your fucking mind again.
I mean, I'm sure he'll find a way. He always does, right? He always does. But
like some character that's in the back of the fucking like Famicom disk system loading screen or something.
Oh no, we just ruined it now. We just spoiled it. Oh man.
Yeah. Can't get one past me, Sakurai.
So, this is a game being localized for the first time, obviously, right? Is there any other Nintendo... It doesn't have to necessarily be NES games, but is there any other Nintendo games that you would like to see get this treatment? Obviously,
every other Fire Emblem game.
Every other Fire Emblem game. Okay. I mean, there's a lot that happened, like, right? There's 2, which I guess we got remake on 3DS, but still. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and the remake of
11 or 10. I think it's 10.
I think it's 12. Yeah, it's 12.
Got it. Whatever.
So we have a couple more Fire Emblems to get through, Obviously, the big one would be Roy's game, if anything, right? I think that's the one that...
It's a Game Club game, so...
It's a Game Club game. Check it out. Fire Emblem the Binding Blade.
Binding Blade.
Yeah. Yep. Check that out. They played through it. Fan translation. But I think that's definitely one that a lot of people would like to see, right? At least in the form of a remake, but for sure, even just getting this treatment, I think would be super cool.
Right. I mean, that's why Roy was in Smash to promote that game at the time.
Yeah. So,
But not in America.
People want to get mad about, like, that. Just thinking about that makes me laugh, because people got mad about, they got just mad about Byleth, right? And they got mad about Corrin. And it was all like, they're just trying to promote the new Fire Emblem game with Smash. And it's like, holy fuck, they've been doing that since the beginning. Like, every fucking time, they're just like, we're going to promote the newest Fire Emblem game in Super Smash Brothers. They've just been doing it since the second Smash game. So get used to it, everybody.
Yeah, Smash has always been a vehicle to promote Fire Emblem.
It's nothing new.
It's definitely nothing new. That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, Roy is funny because it's so blatant too, because he's the only one who, like, they put him in the game before his game even came out. So Melee is actually the first game he ever appeared in.
Yeah, that's wild.
No. Really funny. There's no way something like that would happen again. You know, just get a character before the game even launches.
That's how Sakurai could really fucking.
Oh yeah. Just like, here's this character you don't even fucking know coming in a game, coming out in a game in a couple months.
We got Cloud before Final Fantasy Remake 7 Remake. The Force game. That counts.
Can you imagine that if we got a Smash character from a game? Imagine if it was a new IP for a game that hasn't even been announced, and it was announced through Smash by adding a character in. That'd be fucking insane.
What a world it would be.
That would be crazy. I would love that.
I mean,
speaking about
Smash
games that haven't been localized, I want to just say like the most obvious one.
Mother 3. Yep.
Also Game Club game.
Also a Game Club game. Yeah.
Both of them picked by me.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this guy patting himself on the back over here.
Yeah, I mean, Mother 3 is such an obvious one, right? It's such a home run. You know, it's
in fact, it was number 6 trending in the world that same morning because on Twitter.
People just were like, look, if you're doing this for Fire Emblem, there's no more excuses.
Yeah, people want it. People want it now. They're tired.
They're ready. You know, next year is the 15th anniversary of Mother 3.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. And I would buy it, even if it was like $30, you know, because I want to support this fucking game. Even though I've went and played the fan translation and I've played through the game now, I want to support this game. I would buy it if it was released officially in any shape or form. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would definitely buy Mother 3 at whatever price. I mean, 60 would probably
$500,
but yeah, 500. Yeah, I also hope though that if they do this more, they're not limited releases.
Yeah,
but I kind of feel like this has to be like a thing now, right?
Yeah,
like I like it, but yeah.
And my fear is this happens with. I feel like this is how they're gonna end up releasing Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Probably true.
Yeah, I really feel that way, yeah. I mean, so, I guess since this is an anniversary celebration, next year there's a lot of big Nintendo celebrations. Does this spark any ideas in you guys of how you'd like some franchises celebrated?
Yeah, Mother 3!
Yeah, Mother 3, 15th anniversary, there you go.
We're going to get that Zelda 35th anniversary. We're finally going to get a Zelda 2 remake.
Oh boy, now we're talking. Zelda 2 remake.
The original being a Game Club game that I picked.
Yeah, of course.
That's fucking got right now.
Just, check out all the picks that Ills has made on the game.
just the Ills ones.
Yeah. I mentioned Metroid. Next year is Metroid's 35th. I honestly think that's gonna happen. It's not something I want. I want Prime Trilogy.
It's a solid theory.
But I think it's gonna happen. I really do. Next year's Pokemon, maybe Red, Blue, and Yellow get re-released on the Virtual Console. I mean, not virtual. They just get released. Maybe with online play. If you were gonna say
remade, I was gonna shoot you in that.
No, not remade. Just re-released on.
These games can't be remade anymore. They cannot be remade.
We literally have a remake on the Switch. We got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Like that's.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
More. We need more.
but it is the 25th anniversary, so you could just throw Red, Blue, and Yellow on the eShop. I think
maybe maybe we'll get Game Boy Online for our Nintendo Online.
Maybe, but I really think that Pokemon is something that they're gonna make us pay for.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just setting the expectations,
I would hope if they did some sort of re-release, they do like online trading. Was that part of the 3DS?
No, the 3DS had local wireless trading, but not online. So
they should add online.
Oh yeah, adding online would be a great reason to rebuy them.
Yeah, online battles, online trading.
And then integrate them with
how about this?
Home.
I don't. Maybe Game Freak would be like, yeah, we're not fucking with that. But how about like I would be really okay with this. Let's say they re-released it, but they put actual tweaks and made the game like fucking better. Like maybe just redo the inventory system, make it so you have pockets and like it was just better to manage, and maybe like make some of the moves that were completely broken actually work now. You know, stuff like that.
Oh sure, like release it like the way it was, but like tweak it like how Shadow Dragon was getting like this fast forward and all that, right?
Yeah, quality of life things,
Yeah.
and also like fixing like fucking bugs, because there was literally like moves in the game that just didn't work how they were intended to.
I feel like the thing with the bugs though is like I think that they really feel like that's just something that people love now. You know, it's just a beloved part of going back to Gen 1 is like just kind of how busted it is, you know? I think a lot of people like exploiting.
They weren't bugs, they were features.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I would just like to see that. I think that would be cool. Maybe a little effort put into it.
Zelda's next year. It was mentioned as Zelda 2 remake, but I think Skyward Sword could definitely get re-released, right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
That would be nice. And they have the emulator for it now, thanks to Galaxy, right?
How about like a Zelda 3D collection or something like that? You know?
Yeah. Is it also a limited release?
It would be at this point. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would?
Well, okay, what are you putting in the collection?
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. How about that?
4 games, huh?
4 games instead of 3, huh?
You really think Nintendo's
eat your heart out, Mario. Fuck you.
I don't think Majora's Mask sees a 3D collection.
Why not?
I don't think it's as beloved as the others.
Yeah, I think Ills is right. It would get the Galaxy 2 treatment, you know?
Ooh, some people on the internet are pissing their...
No, Majora's Mask is absolutely a beloved game, for sure. But I think Ills is right. I think that they would end up skipping it. I think that Ocarina, Wind Waker, Twilight actually makes a lot of sense to me.
I mean, you know, Majora's Mask was the worst one of those bunch, so, you know.
All right. The N64 Zeldas, I kind of would prefer the 3DS ones. That would never happen, but
no, that would never happen.
It would be cool to see them get like up-resed.
Yeah, I think the 3DS games in HD would look really good. You know, the 3DS
would be awesome. I would like that a lot.
But yeah, not getting my hopes up. All right.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't get my hopes up on that one either.
I want to get Earthbound Beginnings.
Yeah, might as well. Well, Earthbound Beginnings, you should just throw on NSO, right?
That better be on that fucking thing.
I guess the only way I'd be willing to pay for it, let's be honest, I'd probably pay for it no matter what. But I think if you gave Earthbound Beginnings some quality of life treatment, right? Because that is a game that is notoriously kind of difficult, right? Maybe not all for the right reasons. You know, even things like, I think there's a lot of like fan patches that people recommend for that game that kind of help kind of you know, make the game a little bit easier, more accessible, right? And so Earthbound Beginnings kind of getting that treatment, maybe make it so you could turn off random encounters or things like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe just put everything on NSO, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, they should, but they won't. I also kind of wondered, is this like, do you guys expect more platforms for NSO at this point, or do you think Nintendo now sees like an opening here? Like we could just sell.
I have no clue, and the uncertainty displeases me.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know if like we'll ever get N64 NSO. You know, I really don't.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it at this point. What do you think would come first? Any N64 or Game Boy?
I'm feeling Game Boy. I think Game Boy they're more willing to just give you. You know.
Yeah. I agree.
Versus N64, they feel like they could repackage it and sell it to you. You know.
I mean, yeah, they already have, right? Because, well, I was gonna say. Because it would like devalue the 3D Mario All-Stars, right? If they did that, but also if they stopped selling it, then it wouldn't really devalue it anymore, right? So, you know, maybe after March 31st we get the N64 because then they won't be selling it as a thing, and they'll be giving it away. I don't know.
Wouldn't that piss people off who bought Mario 64 though? I mean, bought Mario All Stars because it's like
they also got
yeah, sure. You also got Sunshine and Galaxy, but so you're paying $60 to play Sunshine and Galaxy though. I mean,
I guess it might be. Well, maybe they'll wait a little bit.
Let's take a moment to remember that the Wii U had all these fucking consoles already on fucking Virtual Console. We get fucking nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point. It even had Wii. It even had fucking Wii on Virtual Console. Which is nuts that we don't even have. They completely skipped over GameCube. GameCube got the Virtual Console shaft, by the way.
True.
You know, these are going to be famous last words, but surely they don't restart next time, right? Like, surely we don't.
Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah, Muzzy. You underestimate Nintendo.
I just can't, you know, like, before they had kind of an excuse, you know, like, look, they migrated to a new account system, it's a new architecture for the system, and blah, 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 right? But surely you cannot restart again, right?
Is this even restarting? I mean, this is nothing compared to the Wii U Virtual Console.
And the Wii U Virtual Console in of itself was nothing compared to the Wii Virtual Console, right?
Yeah.
And so,
I don't think the Wii didn't have Game Boy Advance, right?
Well, no, the Wii didn't have Game Boy Advance or DS, right?
Or DS or Wii.
Or Wii.
Obviously, that would not make any sense.
but the pace of releases slowed down big time when we got to Wii U, right? And now it's even worse. I mean, we are almost 4 years into the system, and we only have NES and Super Nintendo games. You know, like. I feel like every time it just gets worse and worse and worse. And this time it's not even that we're just getting less games, but it's also just less platforms. Like at least Wii U, it's like you mentioned, we got GBA games, right? NES and Super Nintendo, we've had that for how fucking long now? You know,
well, here's the shitty thing: Nintendo is so much like Disney, it hurts. You know, they love protecting their properties. And
Nintendo loves to look at Disney, and they love to look at Apple, right? And this Vault, this is literally the Disney Vault, right?
Yeah,
that's what the Disney Vault is, you know. And so, I don't know. This is. They found a new way to fucking drip feed us their legacy content. So.
Wait, but Disney still sells you their fucking movies, right? I mean, right?
Well, no. The whole thing with the Disney Vault is they would. I don't know if they. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Maybe.
Disney Vault? I don't know if it is anymore either.
For the longest time, what they would do is they would make a big deal out of it. They'd be like, Lady and the Tramp is now on Blu-ray, right? But you can only buy it for the next 6 months, and after that, we're putting it back in the vault. You will not be able to buy Lady and the Tramp. This was a classic Disney maneuver. Obviously, in the advent of digital, I can't tell you for sure. Like, surely they're all on Disney Plus by now, right? But I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. You know,
or at least on like Amazon, right? You can buy these fucking things.
I think, but I honestly don't know. I really don't know.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say either way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, doing this with digital is just a whole extra layer of stupidity. You know.
100%.
A whole extra layer of stupidity. But it like. I say that, but I'm still gonna buy it. You know what I mean? Like.
We're suckers. That's what
we're suckers.
We're exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Are you gonna buy the Fire Emblem game?
I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna. It's $6. So why not?
Fuck it. It's $6.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy it.
I really shouldn't. It's so stupid. It's so pointless. But I'm like,
I'm definitely not gonna buy that physical edition.
I have 600 gold coins. You know, I could. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. You don't know if you're gonna buy those?
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Fair enough. We'll see when we get there, I guess. I'm also very perceptible to FOMO, though. You know, like,
you already played the game.
I know, but like I'm gonna be like, I can play it on Switch. I'll never be able to play it on Switch again if I don't buy it.
Are you ever going to play it on Switch?
Maybe, probably not.
Bring bringing logic to a fucking feelings fight over here.
Okay, well, enough of Fire Emblem. Enough of all
Please
that.
support the official release. That's
Yeah,
what
please
we're
support
gonna
the official release, or maybe not.
say.
I don't
Muzzy, you didn't answer your own question, but I'm curious of what you would want for like a game localized.
Oh, sure. I would really like. I'm gonna go with a deeper cut here, or well, no, you mentioned it kind of. The DS Chibi Robo game.
Ooh, that's
I don't think
good.
that's ever gonna release.
No.
But
Maybe Robo clean sweep.
yeah. Because that's a true sequel to Chibi Robo, right?
It is.
That's
I've heard that is actually pretty good. Too.
Yeah, because like all the sequels we got to Chibi Robo that actually were localized were not really like the original game.
Yeah, they weren't in the original style yet.
Especially fucking Chibi Robo Ziplash. God.
I've had this game queued up on the fucking drive for how long, and nobody picks it for the game club. I don't know what else to do. What do you want me to do?
I have it on my computer. I did download that ROM, so.
Oh wow!
Looking for the game club.
Well, someday, maybe next year.
I also would
We
like
got a whole year ahead of us.
what is it called? Is it called X? It's a Game Boy game. There's a remix for it in Smash Brothers. It's a Game Boy game, and it looks super cool. Never came out in America. I feel like just throw. Though I would like that to just be thrown on NSO again. I guess that goes for like a lot of these, but yeah.
Yeah.
Give us that. Also, what's that little? I forget what the guy what it's called. The assist trophy in Ultimate, the guy who turns into like the snake and the
Richard.
Yeah, for
Prince
like
Richard.
for frogs the bell toll, something like that. I don't know.
Who the frog bell toll? Yeah, some shit like that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that would that game intrigues me. So I would like to see that localized as well.
It's a good one. I still have a couple more actually. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
I wanna
Go for it.
I mean, here's one that will absolutely never see the light of day. Captain Rainbow.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Captain Rainbow. That's not happening.
Will never ever see the light
Oh,
of day.
no, oh, no.
Speaking of Chibi Robo, same developers.
Yeah, skip.
But yeah, Captain Rainbow. If you don't know about that game, just like a brief thing, you play as this like superhero guy named Captain Rainbow who lives on an island full of Nintendo like reject characters. So like you have the guy that was on the cover of Golf, the Mario lookalike dude. I mean, you have Little Mac on there.
Yeah,
who at the time was.
Yeah, this was
much
before
more.
Punch Out Wii, so he
Before Punch Out Wii, yeah, he
Should have stayed a reject.
Little Mac got all fat, and Birdo's there, and there's a whole thing with Birdo. And that game will never get localized. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, but there's a quest with Birdo and a dildo. It's
There's a whole quest trying to figure out whether or not what the gender of Birdo really is.
And they find a dildo, and it's a whole thing. Yeah, that's that's
there's-
not.
I don't think you see a dildo, but it's very heavily
It's
implied.
heavily referenced.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that game. I think there was an Advance Wars character in there too. It's really wild.
Really weird that he got made in the first place.
Yeah. Speaking of Advance Wars, Famicom Wars, that's one.
Oh yeah, I would love to get the older Wars games. That would be super rad.
Yeah, and that's Intelligent Systems too.
Yeah,
they just gave up on that franchise.
Yeah, so if you've given up on Advance Wars, at least give us the older ones,
Right.
So we can play those for the first time.
It's not cool enough to have a celebration for its anniversary.
No. They don't make enough money off of it, so they don't care. Speaking of another dead franchise, that I want to... This will never happen either, but Elite 8 Agents. There was a second one that we never got. Was there a third one? I don't know, but I know there was a second one.
Well, I think the Japanese ones in general are just completely different.
They're completely different games. Yeah.
And it's a whole franchise. Yeah, it got. I think it got 3 games. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
we only got Elite Beat Agents, and that was it. We never got any sort of sequels or anything. Then I don't know. I'd like to see that franchise. I feel like it's no point because those are DS games. We're never gonna get like a localization of those in any form. So yeah, that's a pipe dream right there. But Bring the franchise back at least.
We already mentioned it. We started with this, but the path is here now, right? You gotta put out Mother 3. You gotta put out Mother. There's no reason not to anymore. I don't know.
No, fucking for real. We're tired, Nintendo. Please.
Please.
Reggie's not around anymore. He doesn't have to shoot us with a fucking robot chicken flower anymore. Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's time.
I mean, next year. The time is right. But let's get ready to be disappointed again.
Any last thoughts before we move on?
Listen to the Mother 3 episode of the podcast.
Listen to the episode of the Game Club.
I mean,
and would it be
you're
called
gonna get
Earthbound
spoiled
2?
if.
I mean,
You're
you
definitely
can
gonna
skip
get
the
the whole
spoiler
thing
section.
spoiled.
Hey, we have a spoiler section. There's a
You can
timestamp.
skip the spoiler section.
Skip ahead. And Earthbound 2, would they call it that? I bet. Do you think they would call it Earthbound 2 if they
I
got
fucking
translated?
hope not.
I kind of feel like they should just call it Mother 3,
They should call it. They should call it Earthbound Futures.
Earthbound Futures.
True. I mean,
What if they call it Earthbound Mother 3?
That's some Biohazard 7.
Yeah, exactly. make Mother 3 the subtitle,
God. Earthbound 2, Mother.
Mother. Yeah, man, who knows? And then in Japan, call it retrofit it into Mother 3, Earthbound.
Earthbound 2.
Yeah.
God.
That's not happening. All right. Well, we got one more thing to do before we can let you go, and that is the list.
The list.
So check out in the paste bin in the description below to follow along. You're gonna want to do that because what the list is, every week we add a game to this ever-growing list, and we rank it against all these other games that we've already added. Right? Last week we added Dead Rising. It got to number 90. Right? I should double check that. But yeah, no, 90. Where is it? I lost it. Where's Dead Rising? 94. Okay, 94 is Dead Rising. So this week is Ilza's turn. Ilz,
Yeah.
What you got for us?
Well, since we have a limited cast, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, I guess. So let's do Rumbo.
Runbow.
I know everybody's played it.
So
Sure.
tell me about Runbow though for the audience.
So
What
a
is Runbow?
multiplayer platformer race kind of thing where you kind of just everybody kind of races each other, try to get to the finish line before everybody else, but 2D instead of it's not like Fall Guys or anything like that.
It's side scroller,
Yeah.
right? But
And there's like obstacles, and you have to, whoever can jump the fastest to get there, basically,
yeah,
And then you can fuck with other people by like, I think punching them, right?
yeah.
You can punch them.
A lot of punching.
There's items too. There's pickups, power ups.
Yeah.
There's power ups involved, yeah, and there's
It's
like
very-
there's different sorts of like sorry. There's different sorts of permutations for the game, right? The different game modes, all that jazz. So.
And there's a lot of indie characters that cameo in the game too.
Oh yeah,
Ton of them.
whole list of them.
It's, I mean, the majority of the. I think there's like a couple of characters from actual Rumbo, and then the rest are just.
It's all crossover characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
There's also single player mode if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
There is.
I played that.
Saf will swear it's actually great.
It's fine.
It's good. It's fine.
I played.
Yeah.
I beat it, but I mean, I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the multiplayer is the point.
You're here for the multiplayer madness, right?
Yeah, and it works well unless you're playing on Switch, apparently. But
You think they fixed it by now?
I don't know.
I kind of want to find out, but the main mechanic of the game though is like this different color backgrounds. Like backgrounds constantly changing colors, and when it changes that color, whatever is in the foreground that color disappears. So you'll have like platforms that are disappearing and reappearing like constantly, and like obstacles that do the same.
Yeah,
and that's like the main mechanic, which it's kind of neat. It's
a fun little
racing.
gimmick that and that plays into all of its modes, right? But I really enjoyed that little game. That's why it's called Runbow, because there's a rainbow in the background that constantly changes
Rainbow
color.
colors, yeah. Yep.
Where do you want Runbow, Ills?
I don't know. You tell me.
You have first dibs.
Runbow.
I'm kind of feeling like in the origami area. Maybe a little bit lower.
It's origami. Oh.
137.
Yeah, lower than that.
I agree.
Lower than Hyrule Warriors. Probably lower than like Pikmin 2, Bloodlines, DuckTales.
I would say lower than Bulletstorm.
Yep. You're getting closer now.
Nintendo Land? How are you feeling about Nintendo Land?
I'll put it lower than that.
Alright. Legacy Goku 2?
How about above Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
Sure. I'm totally good with that.
That's alright. Yeah, underneath Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm good with that. That sounds good.
Pretty good with that too.
Got a lot of spoilers for that Game Club episode right there.
Is origami too high?
I haven't played that game, so I have no idea.
I don't know. Okay. Well,
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I was okay with it when I put it there. No, but I think it's fine.
It feels too high. Okay. Well, that's why I was like, I didn't realize all these good games that were below it. I was like, what the hell? Okay. Anyway, so that puts Runbow at number 171. Surrounding it, we got Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2, Lego Star Wars, Runbow, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and at 172, Geist.
173.
173, sorry, yeah.
Which is a Game Club game that I picked.
Yeah, that is picked.
God damn it.
Alright, well, Ills, you can take us out. Brandon, why don't you give us the plugs?
Okay. Well, hey, thanks for listening to the Jump Up Supercast, everybody. I know it was a really light week on news, so we just had to talk about, I think we talked about some pretty interesting things here. So thanks for listening. We really appreciate that. But hey, if you like this podcast, why don't you do us a favor and give us a like, a share, comment, whatever you want to do. Interact with us. We appreciate that. And you can continue to listen to us and follow us on wherever you want to listen to your favorite podcast, whether that's SoundCloud, iTunes, or YouTube. Other podcatchers are available as well. But yeah, just give us a follow on there. We have playlists on SoundCloud and YouTube of all sorts of content, all of our Game Club episodes that we do as well. So if you want to listen to the Game Club, that's our other show we do every other Thursday. Like a book club, but better because video games are better than books. And we play a different game every time. We got a brand new episode of the Game Club coming out this upcoming Thursday where we played Mega Man X Command Mission. So check that out. And we'd really appreciate that. And hey, if you want to keep up to date with everything that we do, make sure you follow us on your social media, whether that is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We post when new episodes go up every Monday and when the Game Club goes up every other Thursday. So just keep up to date. Twitter, we post good jokes. At least I think they're decent sometimes. So make sure you check us out on Twitter. And we also have a twitch.tv/JumpUpSupercast. We've been playing video games, and we just hit affiliate. So thank you, everybody, for following us and watching to get us to that point. We really appreciate it. So now you can stop in, and we're affiliates now, so you can, subscribe or
give us your Twitch Prime sub.
Your Twitch Prime sub.
Give us Jeff Bezos' money, please.
Yes. So now you can do that, and we've been playing all sorts of games more recently on Twitch, so make sure you give us a follow if you want to just keep up to date and hang out with us and play video games. We would love that. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say here in terms of plugs. Thank you guys for listening. And Ills, I guess say whatever you want now.
All right, so in what Brandon just said, he mentioned that we played Mega Man X Command Mission, and that was a GameCube game that I picked.